Let's see if Auntie Aubrey can tell which one of our new nephews is which. I guess that shouldn't be too hard. There's a baby boy McBain and baby boy Lovett. God, they are gorgeous, aren't they? Wobbs?
What?
What's up? You all right?
Yeah.
Well, you're not still thinking about what happened between you and Kelly at the gym.
How do you know who I am?
Well, Cal, Aubrey told me all about you. She said there's this little firecracker who is hotter than any of these steam rooms and hell-bent on getting in between her and Joey. So I knew it was you when you first said my name. I mean, you did put air quotes around Wentworth.
That's because I don't believe you're Aubrey's brother. I think you're her lover.
Go de Savoy. I'm gonna get the truth out of you yet. Clint is Rex's father, not Charlie Banks. But how do I prove it?
Oh, Dorian, I didn't realize you were in here.
Something wrong?
So that's where I know this girl from.
What girl?
Aubrey? Aubrey, what's her name?
What happened is that Kelly was being vicious, going on and on about how I'm no good for you.
I'm sorry about that, all right? I know it got you, but just try and let it go. You know how I feel about you.
Care to remind me?
I wish. Okay, but I cannot endanger these impressionable young minds.
Oh, yeah, I know. Just seemed like the perfect way to make me forget about your ex.
Well, your brother did have a lot to say about her.
Cutter talked to you about Kelly?
He called Kelly my crazy, jealous, jilted ex.
I'm sorry. I know that Kelly means the world to you. I was just venting. Cutter should not have said something.
No, it's okay. No, your brother was just looking out for you.
He gets a little, overprotective sometimes.
Aubrey, what's really going on between you and Cutter?
Well, before you go around making crazy accusations, I think to save you some embarrassment, you need to know the facts.
Which are what?
Aubrey and I are brother and sister. Exactly. You don't believe me, you can look it up.
Well, I already did.
And?
Your story checks out.
But you still think that we're lovers?
Well, you know, I don't know what you're up to, but you're gonna have to watch your step. Because I'm gonna catch you in a lie one of these days.
Please. You're the fantasist.
Excuse me?
You're the liar.
Aubrey who?
Joe's fiancée.
Oh, what about her?
There's a picture of her here in this magazine. I thought she looked familiar. Honey, you're not going to want to hear this, but I saw this girl last month at the Palace, and she and Ford were all over each other.
Dorian did see me with Aubrey, but we definitely weren't all over each other. That's crazy. She was waiting for Joe. She told me how happy she was, and I told her all about you, Langston.
And how do you know each other?
It's some history. You really don't need to hear about this right now.
Maybe she doesn't. I do.
What's going on between Cutter and me? He's just, you know, he's my brother.
No, I know. So that he said he was the black sheep of the family. And when I told him that my uncle's police commissioner, he got a little nervous.
Making up stories about you and Joey's brother or me and my sister, it's not gonna make Joey come back to you. If he really wanted to be with you, he'd be with you. You can't accept that, and you know what? That makes you pathetic.
Cutter's harmless. I mean, he screws up sometimes, but that's normal, I guess. It's just that in my family, they treated you like the plague if you spilled milk or broke a dish. So my parents pretty much kept Cutter and me apart. They didn't want him to infect me, so I got sent off to school in Paris, and he went to Switzerland. I mean, I don't even really know him well at all anymore.
I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
You know, having your brother show up and basically not even knowing that he exists, I mean, made me realize something.
What?
That I still don't really know that much about you.
Click on that.
I already clicked on it.
Well, what's taking so long?
You give it a minute, it takes a little bit to get there.
To get where? Where the heck was this canvas made?
Paris.
You don't need to waste your time pining after Joey Buchanan.
Thank you for your concern.
What's so great about the guy anyways? You can have any man you wanted.
First I'm pathetic, now I'm irresistible.
You're hot, Kelly. You're really hot. You make that towel look hot. There's gotta be a ton of guys that are way better than Joey. Just falling all over themselves to be with you.
Are they?
There should be.
How can you say you don't know me? Weren't you the one who said we were like soulmates, even after just one night together? Before we had sex?
Yeah.
Didn't we connect like crazy? Wasn't it intense?
A few years back, I went to the Venice Film Festival on somebody else's dime. I'm not proud of it. Anyway, I made myself out to be a hotshot filmmaker with a 3-picture deal at one of the major studios.
Which, of course, you weren't.
No. Anyway, Aubrey honed in on me.
And another one bites the dust.
Actually, Langston, it wasn't like that.
How was it?
Well, Aubrey made me feel like we were made for each other, that somehow fate had thrown us together.
You made me feel like I knew you. I mean, I knew you played soccer in high school.
Football.
Football. That you loved horses, that you studied art of the Sorbonne. I mean, but really, as deep as our connection was, I don't know, I still don't know what you want. I mean, what are your hopes? What are your dreams? What are you afraid of?
Things that go bump in the night.
Obs.
I know. It's just that I'm very easy to please, Joey. I just want you.
I know. But what do you want our life together to be like?
It doesn't matter, as long as we're together.
Come on, this is an important question. Yeah, we're getting married and I don't even know if we want to have kids.
Funny thing is, even though I felt like we were destined to be together, I didn't know Aubrey at all. She just kind of said things that I wanted to hear, played along with me. You know what I mean?
So, what happened?
Yes, how far did things go with this girl?
Not very far at all. Actually, something really strange happened.
Do you know what I find strange? That Aubrey would go from you to Joe. The two of you couldn't be more different.
I can't tell you why. All I know is that I thought Aubrey and I had such an intense connection that I decided I needed to come clean with her. So I told her I wasn't the next big thing, I wasn't who I said I was, that I didn't have a dime to my name. I was just a struggling filmmaker. She dropped me so fast. I didn't know what hit me.
What about you? You want kids?
I could take all those babies in their home with me. I mean, I want a house full. I want a big, crazy home with lots of kids running around underfoot, laughing and climbing over everything, making a mess. I want to grill outside and when we'll all be playing soccer, football, or building a treehouse.
That is quite a picture.
Aubrey, we can have that with our kids. We can make this amazing team. What's wrong?
Ouch. Hot and hot-tempered. I like it.
Was that supposed to convince me that you're not sleeping with Aubrey? Huh?
Just letting you know that Joey isn't the only fish in the sea.
Go to hell.
I'll be staying at the palace if you want to follow up or...
Yeah, I won't be.
Fair enough. I just think you should stop looking at my sister and maybe start taking a good hard look at me.
So this girl who you thought was your soulmate dumped you when she found out you didn't have any money. She couldn't take you for all you're worth because you're worthless.
Dorian.
I don't know. Langston, things never got very far between me and Aubrey, okay? And she's definitely not an issue now.
So when Dorian saw you guys together at the palace...
It was the first time I'd seen her since Venice.
And?
Things were friendly enough, but there's definitely nothing there. And I hope your mother's not trying to imply that there was, because there's only one girl that I want, and that's you.
How touching.
Dorian, I believe him. I'm not worried about Aubrey and Ford. But I want you to leave this alone.
Joey, that sounds amazing.
So you do want to have kids?
Yes. I love that dream.
So, now while I'm on a roll, is there any way that I can convince you to raise our brood here? No, it's just that since I've been back, I've realized how much I've missed my sisters, my mom, and the whole community I have here.
Of course. Joey, we can live wherever you want, as long as we're together. Wait.
Why?
We only have 2 problems.
What are they?
Not what. Who? Your dad hates me. And so does Kelly.
I am changing my gym membership.
Hi, Kelly. What happened?
Oh, what didn't happen?
Oh, does this have something to do with Aubrey, what's her name?
Wentworth, who was a big liar.
You know something? There's something I have to take care of. And in the meantime, Ford here knows some really interesting things about Aubrey. What's her name?
I know it must be tough for you, to live with them and them doubting you, but Aubrey, who cares? You're not marrying Kelly, you're not marrying my father, you're marrying me. I'm crazy about you. I love you, and that is all that matters.
But don't you want to work for your dad?
No, not if he's gonna create problems for us. Besides, I want to be a photographer. I want to take pictures. I'm pretty sure the publisher of the Banner would hire me.
Your mom would be lucky to have you.
But I don't want our life together to be about me. I want you to be you. The same credible, sexy, fearless woman that I met. And to have your own life. But I want you to be happy. All right, I will do anything to make that happen.
You are the most amazing man that I've ever met. No one has ever cared about me as much as you do. You're just so different than anyone I've ever known.
Maybe let's get the 2 of you in the mood.
What are you doing here?
Well, I heard about the 2 new additions to Joey's family. I thought I'd take a look.
There they are. Our 2 new, gorgeous baby nephews.
Now, Aubrey, I have never seen you so into anyone like you're into Joey.
Oh, I hope so. The feeling's mutual.
You never told me there were so many knockouts in Landview. I met a girl at the gym today. She was just my type.
You know Aubrey, why doesn't that surprise me?
It was a long time ago.
I'll bet. You do get around, don't you?
I'd like not to get into it again. I'm sure Langston's heard enough already.
It's fine. Believe me, go ahead. I have to go. I promised I'd meet Star at the library, so I'll see you later. Talk away.
So what do you have to say about Aubrey?
Well, not much. I met her in Venice a few years ago, and wasn't a big deal.
Wait a second. Do you recognize this guy in the picture with Aubrey?
You flew into town last night and you already met someone? Wow, you move fast.
Just like you and Aubrey. Right, sis? I really like this girl. Looking forward to seeing her again.
Yeah, I recognize him. He was in Venice back then, too.
Is he Aubrey's brother?